I'm Capt. Stanford with Texas Fish Tips. This is your weekly fishing report.
Guys, over in Brown Root Flats, there's been some redfish out here. Cut ladyfish, cut mullet is the way to go. Just get out here and drift through this flats. There's been some really good reds in here. Deeper pockets been holding some trout. Also, if you get over in the old Y channel, old sailboat channel, right down through here, right here's been holding some black drum. If you move on down this corner, right here's holding black drum. They're on and off there. Sometimes you'll see them, sometimes they ain't. You can just pull up there and blind fish them. Shrimp on the bottom is the best way to go. You can use a popping cork shrimp if you want to. Also, there's a little place right here that's been holding some black drum as well. But there's been some good drum in there. There's a few reds mixed in. If you move in right here, we call this Dutch Johns. Right here, there's a big opening, and there's been some redfish in here as well. Over at the North Jetty, outside of the North Jetty, there's been some nice redfish, been some black drum, ladyfish, just about everything else you can think of. I've been throwing shrimp at them, freelining them with a split shot up next to the rocks early, and there's been some nice slot reds in there. Some good keeper trout mixed in, a few mangroves, just about everything. You catch a few fish, you have to move on, because then all the other spade fish and small like triggerfish come in there eating on you. You have to move, or they'll sit there and keep on eating on you. Same way with that South Jetty, there's been some really good redfish down through there. There's been schools of bull reds. When you find that school, it's on. They'll be red after red, and they like that cut mullet. You can use mullet. You can use menhaden, cut ladyfish, just about anything else, even shrimp will work. But get out here and get after them. Over in good old Piper Channel, some of these little cuts where the water's coming in and out, outgoing tide's been catching some nice reds down there. Using croaker on the bottom's been working pretty good, but you can use your cut mullet or even finger mullet if you can get them. But any of these little cuts like this little creek right here has been holding some nice redfish. There's a few black drum if you throw some shrimp on the bottom on the channel edges, not in the middle, but in the channel edges. That's usually where they're about 4 or 5 foot of water. Usually that's where they're at. Also, if you come down through here, there's a big channel, a big dredging this channel right here. Be careful in this area. They'll have some pipes messing around. But also, you get out here, there's a rock pile out here on Pelican Island. Been holding some trout. Croaker and piggy's the best way to go. We've been catching some on shrimp. Also, there's a little horseshoe reef right here. We've been catching some reds, a few trout, just about everything. We call it hardheads. Sometimes you're catching undersized reds. You name it, they're all there, but they're liking that shrimp. You can throw croaker on them, you catch bigger fish. Okay, out here in Corpus Christi Bay, all out down through are some bigger rigs. The smaller ones are holding some redfish too, or some trout and some bull reds, but you just have to jump around and find out which one they're on. The bigger rigs is the one that's been working best for me. Piggies, croaker if you can find them, or big live shrimp free line. Any of that seems to work. If you drop a shrimp right next to those legs of those big rigs, you may get a sheep's head or even some black drum out of it. Also, I'm still catching some black drum, some other fish, mangroves, a few trout out underneath the Nueces Bridge. You got to be careful in there. There's some pilings under there, but you can stay out just a little bit, pitch under there, but there's been some good fish. Also, if you get over on these pilings, these old piers and Portland shoreline, all down through here, it's been holding some nice trout. If you want to catch a drum, there's been some right up next to the pilings. I mean, you got to throw it right next to them. Little split shot, just a lightweight, works the best. You'll find you some schools. You go into one piling, don't find them, go down to the next one. Keep on working those piers, but there's been some good fish down through there.
Watching, I'm Capt. Stanford.